We have the Pirelli National Superstock Thousands. This class really is a great affordable way for guys to get into this paddock and establishing themselves potentially as stars of the future. This year is no different, although some riders have to come a little bit further than others.
So I'm in campsite Z to try and find a rider called Brayden Elliott. He's an Aussie and he's leading one of the most hard-fought championships there is to stop out. We've been looking for about half an hour. The circuit's half a mile that way. He's from Australia and I feel like I've walked about as far as it is from Australia. But I know he's here because BE51, Brayden Elliott, and that's his race number. So this is it. Brayden, how you doing, buddy?
All right, mate, how are you?
We've walked about 2 days to get to you. What are you doing in the middle of nowhere? You're leading the British Championship.
Yeah, I know, mate. No, look, up in the sticks here a little bit, but yeah, it's all right. Does the job, doesn't it?
All right, for a chat?
Yeah, mate, go for it. No worries at all.
This could be close across the line. Elliott's got him on the comeback. They're side by side across the line, and Elliott takes it.
What I know about you now is you're leading the British Championship, and we've seen quite a lot of you on track.
Yep.
I know you've been here a few years, but how do you come to being BSB? Obviously, an Aussie from the other side of the...
Yeah, sure. Look, as I say, I've been racing bikes my whole life.
Yeah.
I started racing when I was like 4 years old, so it's always been the dream to get over this side of the world and have a career in bike racing. So I've been chasing that my whole life, really. We come over here a few years ago. It's been some pretty low lows and some high highs lately, but yeah, it's just been sort of relentless, just chipping away time and time again, and I'm still just chasing the dream, really. I want to be on a superbike, I want to be winning races, and just probably refusing to give up over the last few years. And yeah, we are sort of back to basics with some infrastructure and some other things. I just say like we're out in the middle of nowhere, but I'm just trying to make the most of what I have and really try and take this opportunity.
So this year, what's made the difference, right? You've come out with a microscopic but really efficient little team. You've got sponsors that I've spoken to them. They're flipping so passionate, a bit nuts, but
yeah.
So what?
Yeah, no, look, like I say, it's everyone around me doing it for the right reasons, and just meeting people from sort of friends of friends and all this sort of stuff. I've managed to get some sponsors on board to keep me here. I would have been packing my bags a few years ago. So yeah, there's been people do favours for me and do things for me that it's just unbelievable. When you're on the other side of the world and you need help, the people that step in sometimes is pretty unbelievable.
Small gazebo in the back of the garage, you ain't got a garage,
No.
and you're leading the British Championship. What is a kind of a camping tent and a couple of mates, and for me that's proper racing. The rest is a lot of show.
Yeah.
If you can do the business on track.
It is, mate, and I've kind of learned that the hard way over the last few years, and maybe been a little bit blinded by some of that. But everyone in the crew is volunteers that just sort of finish up work or use their holidays, whatever, and come racing with me. We don't really have sort of an Olin suspension guy or some big data person or anything else. I'm kind of trying to take on that myself as a bike mechanic by trade. But otherwise, really, it's just a group of people that love racing for the right reasons.
Where do you want to be?
Well, short term, I want to be winning this championship. Like at the moment, yeah, I am leading it, and that's what I want. But ultimately, I want to get on a superbike. Like that was my dream sort of years ago to come here. But I guess just one thing at a time at the moment, and yeah, try and get myself on a superbike and take on this championship.
Yeah, nice guy. Brayden Elliott was leading the championship when James spoke to him a couple of days ago when we were out here in Brands Hatch, but actually he finished 4th yesterday in race 1. Billy McConnell won, and McConnell has the advantage now in the championship, but it's close. It's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, this championship's always close. It looks like the Hondas, the bike drop this year, but other bikes are just about as competitive. These bikes are as near as you get power, weight, everything else to a superbike. And over the years, they've got actually closer and closer to a superbike. So it is the people in this class who are aspiring to be the next generation of superbike riders. Whether Brayden's a bit old at 26, might be 26, 27, I don't know. But what a nice story and what a nice kid. Small motorhome though.
Yeah. takes you back, Shane, does it, when you were in the old Mercedes? What was it you used to drive around in? First time in your career?
Well, we shouldn't really talk about that. I didn't have a license at the time. Yeah, no, do you know what? I really like him. I've spoken to him a few times. You know, good guy. He said to me that basically everything that happens because of him. You know, he prepares his own bike, he does all his own mechanics, he does absolutely everything, as Whit said. You know, it's a tiny little team that he rides in, and yeah, he's on the other side of the world putting in the effort to chase a dream, and you got to admire him for that.
Yeah.